Hello there YouTube, how's it going? So over the past few months, I've noticed a certain comment type that pops up a lot. Those comments are usually something along the lines of, "He is so awkward." When I see these comments, I don't exactly know what they mean sometimes. Now, like, one thing I really do enjoy is making people feel awkward. Like, that's probably why it's so easy for me to do prank calls or go on Omegle and say really weird stuff and feel nothing. Like, if you watched my videos before, I'm totally okay with asking someone on a prank call if they've ever done porn. Have you ever made porn?
Get back to business, man.
I mean, that awkward silence after I asked him, I loved it. A lot of people in the comments, when I do stuff like that, are like, cringe. So if the comments calling me awkward means that type of awkward, I mean, yeah. But overall, I don't feel like I'm the type of awkward person that's like socially awkward, you know? Because I can totally carry a normal conversation with someone that I just met and it not being boring or awkward. Now, do I want to have those conversations? That's a whole nother question. Now, you might be saying, what's the point of this video? Well, just because I'm saying all the things I said before doesn't mean I haven't done a lot of awkward things in my life. Because I have. So I'm going to tell you guys about 2 awkward stories that have happened and one still happens. And by me telling you these stories, you can laugh at my pain. And in the comments, you can tell me about your awkward stories and I can laugh at yours. Alright, starting off, this first story is my encounter with Kris Humphries. If you don't know who that is, he's a basketball player. I'm sure a lot of you know who he is because he was married to Kim Kardashian for like 12 minutes or something. So the story is basically, I'm a huge basketball fan, so I used to go to Suns games, go very early before the game, and try to get player signatures. I've actually gotten to meet players like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. So one time I was at a Boston Celtics game and Kris Humphries was on that team. So I was standing at the place that you usually stand to get signatures and Kris Humphries was coming my way. Now usually I get players to sign like a basketball card or a picture of them, but for him I didn't have anything. So instead I thought like, oh, I don't have anything for him to sign, let me just high five him. But since I've done this before, I've noticed that a lot of players don't like to actually give a high five because, I don't know, germs or something. So they usually just like hold their fist out and you can just like fist bump them, not fist them. So being that I knew that, I held out my fist so he can kind of just pass by and like bump it. But as he was approaching, he kept going in for a high five and I was still doing this. I decided to switch, but at the same time, he switched too. So pretty much at that point, we were already too close. So he came in for the fist bump, and I just grabbed his fist for like 2 or 3 seconds. And then I just let go, and there was this moment of like awkwardness, like, I just grabbed your fist, man. Like, and then after that, he just went on, he was signing other people's stuff, and I was left with the memory forever of me just grabbing his fist. That'll be, anytime I see him from now on, I think of that. So that's my story of Kris Humphries. I don't know how awkward it seemed, but at the time it was really awkward, especially because everyone was watching. Everyone else was trying to get signatures, and they just watched me grab his fist. Now the other story I want to say, and something I still do to this day, not because I'm awkward, it definitely makes the situation awkward, but it's just because I don't always put in the effort to think when I'm having a conversation. So for example, one day I was going clothes shopping, I was in a store, I was checking out, I bought clothes, and when the cashier was handing me the bag of clothes I just bought, she said something like, "Enjoy the clothes." And I replied, "Thanks, you too." Now I said that because usually the cashier's like, "Have a good day." I mean, I wasn't expecting this curveball of a conversation. So I just do awkward things like that, like saying "you too" to enjoy your clothes. That makes no sense. Also, after I said that, there's always like this awkward moment of like, should like I acknowledge that I just said that and we can laugh about it, or should I just leave and never come back? I usually just never come back. I'm pretty sure this also happened to me in like a restaurant when the waitress or waiter brings the food and they're like, "Enjoy your food." And I'm just so concentrated on the food. I'm like, "Yeah, you too." My life. Anyway, yeah, those 2 situations, very awkward. But thinking about it back now, I mean, it's just kind of funny. If you did enjoy this video though, I'd appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. If you want to follow me on my social media, it's all kind of right here. And yeah, thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday.